I'm ready. Good evening. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Please remain standing for the invocation by Monsignor Father Michael Manning. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Won't be that long, but it'll be more comfortable. A lot of very important people here tonight. But one of the most important is a little one named James Dayton, who's too big to hold. Where is he?
Where is James Dayton? Hold him up so everybody can see him. Welcome him to this beautiful 2 weeks old. That means in 19 years or so, he can apply to be an officer. It's a beautiful night for the reasons you're here. But the context today is a sad one. It has to do with 9/11. I wanted to bring in the prayer those thoughts together a little bit. A wise man once said, I define a leader as someone who takes responsibility for finding the potential in the people, processes, has the courage to develop that potential. You may say you'll never forget where you were when you heard the news on September 11th. Neither will I. A true leader has the courage, confidence to stand alone, to make tough decisions, compassion, to listen to the needs of others. I was on the 110th floor in a smoke-filled room with a man who called his wife to say goodbye. I held his finger steady as he said goodbye. He does not set out to be a leader, but becomes one by the quality of his actions and the integrity of his intent, like an officer. I was in all four of those planes, in every seat, with every prayer. I was with the crew as they were overtaken, because I am their God. Fulfilling the vision comes from passion, not position. I want you to know that I saw every face. I knew every name, though not all know me. Some met me for the first time on the 86th floor. Never confuse power and leadership. Some could have called me, and I would have blessed them before they came to me. September 11th was not the end of the journey, but someday your journey will end. All of us will, and I'll be there for you as well. I'll be in the stairway, in the stairwells of your lives. So leadership, Lord, we know is about being a storyteller in chief. How will the little children here know 9/11 unless we tell them the stories of heroism, giving lives for people we don't even know? Kind of like a Jesus on the cross figure. It inspires people. Leadership inspires people to embrace the mission, gives them a sense of meaning, and impels them to do all they can in service to the mission. Years may pass, but we'll never forget this day, a sunny day, 22 years ago, when they blew a hole in the sky and blew a hole in our hearts. people gathered tonight, you people, for reasons of pride, congratulations, commitment, faith, love of the Lord, and saying yes to democracy and doing all you can to perpetuate it. And so it impels us to do all we can to serve that mission. Leader is anyone who takes responsibility for finding the potential in people and all they do for good, and has the courage to develop that potential, not to compete, but to complete each other's gifts and have a fullness of a community that shares their best with each other. Fulfilling a vision comes from passion, not position. Bless, Lord, all those here tonight who will be received and honored in special ways. Bless families and friends and all those that are here as well. And may we never take any of us for granted, for God holds us all in the palm of his hand. May we always act justly, love tenderly, and walk humbly with you, our God. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, Monsignor. So this regular meeting of the Township Council is being held in accordance with the schedule of the meetings of the Township Council established and adopted by the Township Council, which schedule designated the time, date, and place of this meeting. Adequate public notice of this meeting has been provided pursuant to the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act. We're using an electronic amplifying recording device in order to obtain a clear and audible record, and request all those wishing to speak be recognized and state your name and address directly to the microphone. The recording device will be solely utilized by the Township Clerk's Office for the preparation of minutes and shall be the official record of the Township Council meetings. Madam Clerk, may I have the roll call, please?
Mr. Hutchison.
Present.
Ms. Grace. Here. Mrs. Albright Troxel. Here. Mrs. Walters. Here. Mrs. Winters. Here. Mr. Mignon.
Here.
Mr. Mercado.
Present.
Mr. Carlemere.
Here.
Mr. Curtis.
Here.
Chief Harkins.
Here.
Mr. McGill.
Here. We have a special presentation this evening, swearing in ceremony. Chief Harkins.
Thank you, Council and Council President. I ask Council President Mercado and Mayor to join me, along with Deputy Chief Manazzi, Lieutenant Gansky. It's very fitting today that we are going to be promoting officers, also ceremoniously swearing in officers on this, the 22nd anniversary of the 9/11 attacks. The Mayor and I and Council President were out early. Monsignor was with us at a ceremony right up the street at Choose Fire Company, the 9/11 Memorial. The Mayor and I, a lot of officers also joined at Timber Creek later, and we also participated in an observance at Camden County College. So it's a somber day for us. It's a sad day as we remember and we honor those who paid the ultimate sacrifice, but we are ending tonight on a very joyful and hopeful ceremony of swearing in our officers, promoting our officers. And I want to thank all the families that are here, all the support that you've given to these officers, whether they're being promoted, whether they're new. They couldn't be here without you today. And it's very important that you know that. We consider ourselves a Gloucester Township Police family, and your loved ones are going to be joining us in this historical night where so many officers, we have 11 new officers being sworn in, we have promotions. As you join, as the Gloucester Township Police Department is celebrating our 100th year of existence, and your loved ones are always going to have that honor of serving as part of the first 100 years and carrying on to the next 100 years. And I'm very pleased with this group. They are a great group. They're going to fit right in to our Gloucester Township Police family here. And I'm also proud, it's the first time I'm publicly announcing it. The mayor and I will be heading, and Deputy Chief Manaz will be heading to Washington later this month, September 29th, because our department has been awarded from the National Law Enforcement Officer Memorial Fund, a prestigious award for our comprehensive national award. We're #1 in officer wellness and safety programs. We've been recognized. We've applied for it in the past, and we were notified that we're receiving this honor. It's a great honor for our police department. And it's because of these men and women that are here in the back, those officers that have put in all the work, those that are working out there right now. all the Gloucester Township Police family, our dispatchers, our civilian staff. It's a great honor for us, and we're going to have even more celebration about that after we receive the award and celebrate all that hard work. So we're very proud to have your loved ones join us. So this is a great night for not only all of us, but for all of you, because now you, as family members, are part of this Gloucester Township Police family. So I thank the mayor and the council and the business administrator, the clerk, this Gloucester Township Police Administration that's here, that knows how important it is to have a strong and well-equipped police department, fully staffed. And my colleagues can't always say that. So I appreciate the support that we get. And we're having real tangible results. Great things happening here in Gloucester Township because safety is on the rise. And good things are happening. It will continue to go that way with this new round of leadership, new captain, 2 new lieutenants, a new sergeant, and these new officers. So I thank all of you for the support you've given to all of our officers to get them here. They've earned their positions here. It's not easy, and we appreciate them and we welcome them wholeheartedly. So. I'd like to call Lieutenant Mark Benton forward with his family. Tell you a little bit about Lieutenant Mark Benton, badge number 149. He was hired with the Gloucester Township Police Department on August 17, 1998. Prior to being hired with us, he served as both an EMT and a firefighter with Gloucester Township Fire District number 4, the Blackwood Fire Company. As a patrol officer here in Gloucester Township, he was served on a patrol platoon as well as a traffic safety unit. He served on our special response team from 2004 to 2015. He was also a member of our honor guard. He was promoted to sergeant of police on February 24, 2010, and served as a deputy platoon commander. He was assigned as the sergeant of our operations response unit and later as the deputy commander of the Criminal Investigations Bureau. On July 27, 2015, he was promoted to lieutenant. He was assigned as a platoon commander in the Patrol Bureau and also served as the Community Relations Bureau commander. He was officially promoted to captain on June 1st, 2023. He's currently assigned to the Community Services Division. Over Mark's career, he's received 5 life-saving awards, 11 outstanding police work letters, a citation for bravery, 8 distinguished unit citations, 3 police service citations. He was nominated for Supervisor of the Year in 2011 and 2014, and he was awarded Supervisor of the Year in 2022. He's supported by his wife, Marianne, his son, Nicholas, who is unable to attend. He's up in Canada now. Yeah, he's schooling up in Canada. His mother and father, Karen and Norman, his mother-in-law, Vicky, and brothers Kevin and Christopher. And Christopher's a retired sergeant from the Bethlehem PD, so welcome. His badge will be pinned by his wife, Marianne, and holding the Bible will be his father, Norman. Mayor, Council President Mercado, I respectfully request you promote Lieutenant Mark Benton to the rank of Captain of Police.
If you could please place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people. I further solemnly swear that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all of my responsibilities as captain in the Gloucester Township Police Department to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations, Captain.
At this time, I'd ask Sergeant Dwayne Peach, badge number 166, to come forward with his family. Welcome. A little bit about Sergeant Peach. He was hired in January 17, 2000. He was served as a patrol officer. He worked for me as I was his lieutenant, so known Dwayne and worked very well and have a lot of good memories working with Dwayne throughout the years. He was assigned to Patrol Bureau. He also worked for a long time in the Traffic Bureau since 2013. He served also as a member of the Serious Crash Investigation Team, an expert in reconstruction of traffic crashes. He's been assigned as a designated marksman observer of our special response team since 2015. He was promoted to sergeant in September of 2017, where he served as a deputy platoon commander. In 2022, he was reassigned as a supervisor of our operations response unit. He was officially promoted to lieutenant on February 20th, 2023, and he's assigned as a platoon commander of the 3rd Platoon. Throughout his career, he's been awarded a bravery citation, police service citation, 7 distinguished unit citations, 2 outstanding police work letters, and he was nominated for Supervisor of the Year in 2022. He's joined tonight by his wife, Heather, his daughters, Sarah and Kylie, and his son, Ryan, and his mother, Marjorie. He's being pinned by his badge will be pinned on by his wife, and holding the Bible will be his mother, Marjorie. Mayor, I respectfully request that you promote Sergeant Dwayne Peach to the rank of Lieutenant of Police.
If you could please raise your right hand, place your left on the Bible, and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people. I further solemnly swear that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all of my responsibilities as lieutenant in the Gloucester Township Police Department to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations.
This time I'd ask Sergeant Matthew Crabtree, badge number 225, to come forward with his family. We also have a new member of the Gloucester Township Police here also, baby Emma. Matt started his career here with the Gloucester Township Police Department as a special law enforcement officer and a dispatcher in 2008. He was hired as a full-time officer on July 6, 2010. He served in the Patrol Bureau, and he was a field training officer, also assigned to the Operations Response Unit as a patrolman. He's been a member of the Honor Guard from 2012 to 2018. He's been a member of our Special Response Team since 2013, following in his father's footsteps, Lieutenant Chris Crabtree, and currently serves as a team leader. He was also a member of the Incident Management Team here. He's been assigned as a detective in the Investigations Bureau and served as a retail patrol officer in 2019. He was promoted to sergeant in 2019 and served as a deputy platoon commander and the deputy bureau commander with the Special Investigations Unit. He was promoted to lieutenant officially on June 1st, 2023, and he's currently assigned as a platoon commander of the 1st Patrol Platoon. His awards include a bravery citation, a life-saving award, distinguished unit citation, 5 of them, 2 police service citations, 7 outstanding police work letters. He's been nominated for Police Officer of the Year in 2016 and 2017. He's been nominated for Supervisor of the Year in 2022 and 2023. He's here tonight supported by his wife Heather, his children Addison, Matthew, and baby Emma, and his mother Judy, and his sister Nicole, and his father, retired Lieutenant Chris Crabtree of the Gloucester Township Police Department. His badge will be pinned on by Lieutenant Chris Crabtree, and the Bible will be held by his daughter Addison. Mayor, President Mercado, I respectfully request you promote Matt Crabtree to the rank of Lieutenant of Police.
Okay. If you could please place your left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand, and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people. I further solemnly swear that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all of my responsibilities as lieutenant in the Gloucester Township Police Department to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations.
As he's being pinned, just also want to say it's been an honor. I've known Matt since I seemed like he was a kid when I first met him. I worked with his dad, and we're had honor working with his mom and his dad here, and know the whole family. So to see you become a lieutenant here, it's an honor for us, and you'll do great things. So congratulations. At this time, I'd ask Corporal Thomas Messick, badge number 203, to come forward with his family. Little about Corporal Messick. Corporal Messick's a veteran of the United States Air Force, where he served from 2000 to 2006. He received numerous awards in his military service, including National Defense Service Medal and the Armed Forces Reserve Medal. He was hired as a Gloucester Township police officer on August 15, 2005, and served as a patrol officer. And yes, I remember you in the police academy very well. I was one of your instructors. I'm proud to see you here today. Tom's been a member of the crisis negotiation team since 2016. He was assigned as one of our school resource officers on August 24, 2020. He was officially promoted to sergeant on June 1st, 2023, and is currently assigned as a deputy platoon commander of the Patrol 1st Platoon. He's received a life-saving award, 3 outstanding police work letters, 1 distinguished unit citation, and 2 police service citations. He's here joined tonight by his wife Ashley, his son TJ, his daughter Bobby Jade, and his mother Judith. His badge will be pinned on by his son and daughter, and the Bible will be held by his wife Ashley. Mayor, President Mercado, I respectfully request that you promote Thomas Messick to the rank of Sergeant of Police.
If you could please place your left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand, and please repeat after me. I state your name,
I, Thomas Messick,
do solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established
governments established
in the United
in
States
the United States
and in this state
and this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of
I further solemnly swear
the further solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
justly
all of my responsibilities
all of my responsibilities
as sergeant
as sergeant
in the Gloucester Township Police Department
of Gloucester Township Police
to the
Department
best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Now we're going to swear in our officers. I'd ask Patrolman Trevor Swanson, badge number 323, Patrolman Gian Lucchetto, badge number 325, Patrolman Alexander Amato, badge 326, and Patrolman Nicholas Dayton, badge number 332, to join me up front with their families. These four officers were already trained officers, so that we have a tradition where we present officers upon graduation of the police academy with their challenge coins and their mission statements. So we're going to be doing that with these four officers tonight. So a little bit about the officers. So first, Patrolman Trevor Swanson, badge number 323. He began his law enforcement career as a Class II Special Law Enforcement Officer, serving with both the Stone Harbor Police Department and the Gibbsboro Police Department. He was hired as a full-time police officer at Clementon Borough, where he served from 2017 to 2023. He was hired here officially by the Gloucester Township Police Department, hired as a full-time officer on May 9th, 2022. A little bit about the officers. Lieutenant Fisher, his platoon commander, had this to say about Patrolman Swanson. Quote, "He has a good head on his shoulders and displays good common sense. He speaks to the public with confidence and appears to genuinely care about helping people and about the outcome of his calls for service. He has a very positive attitude and is a pleasure to have on the shift." We also have Patrolman Gian Lucchetto, badge number 325. A little bit about Gian. He began his career in law enforcement here at the Gloucester Township Police Department as a Class I Special Officer, serving from 2019 to 2020. He was hired as a full-time police officer with the Camden County Police Department from 2020 until 2023. We hired him here as a full-time officer on January 16th, 2023. He's currently assigned to the 2nd Patrol Platoon as a patrol officer. Patrolman Lucchetto is also designated as a probationary member of the Special Response Team on June 25th, 2023. His supervisor, Platoon Commander Lieutenant Paul Fisher, said Patrolman Lucchetto has shown the utmost respect to his coworkers and supervisors since joining the Gloucester Township Police Department. He's had a strong passion for police work and regularly trains to keep himself in a very capable state to complete any task given to him. Tonight he's joined by his mother, Michelle, his father, John, and his brother, Dante, who is a detective with the Camden County Police Department. He'll be pinned by his brother, Detective Dante Lucchetto, and holding the Bible will be his mother and father, Michelle and John. Sorry, I was remiss. Trevor, I'm sorry, I missed this. Trevor's going to be pinned, and holding the Bible is his wife, Ashley. So welcome, Ashley. My apologies. Also coming to us tonight to be sworn in is Patrolman Alexander Amato. Alexander, badge number 326. Alexander started his law enforcement career as a special officer, a Class 1 special officer with the Beach Haven Police Department in 2019. He also served as a special officer Class 2 for both the Avalon and Atlantic City Police Department from 2019 to 2021. He was hired as a full-time sheriff's officer with the Gloucester County Sheriff's Office on July 6, 2021, before being hired as a full-time police officer here at the Gloucester Township Police Department on January 16, 2023. Patrolman Amato is currently assigned as a patrol officer on the 4th Patrol Platoon. His platoon commander, Lieutenant Anthony Massey, said of him, quote, Patrolman Amato came to the Gloucester Township Police Department as a mature and experienced police officer. He has maintained his professionalism and strives to learn and succeed. He continues to invest in himself and works hard to grow as a person and an officer. He's being joined tonight by his mother, Helen, and his father, Andrew. Welcome. His pinning on his badge will be his mother, Helen, and holding the Bible will be his father, Andrew. Also, I'd like to introduce Patrolman Nicholas Dayton, badge number 332. Nick began his law enforcement career here at the Gloucester Township Police Department as a Class 1 Special Law Enforcement Officer, where he worked from July 2022 to August 2020 to July 2022. He was hired as a full-time police officer with the Camden County Police Department in August of 2022, where he served as a patrol officer, and he was also a field training officer. We hired him here as a full-time police officer with the Gloucester Township Police Department on January 16, 2023. He's currently assigned to the 3rd Patrol Platoon. I have knowledge myself of Nick, who's been a special officer here. He's had the utmost character. I've actually handled some calls with Nick, and he carries himself very well. He's also carrying himself well now with the new baby. He handled that, and that's tough to be going into a new position with time. So we appreciate all that Nick's done. He's a fine addition here to the Gloucester Township Police Department. And he's joined by his wife, Hannah, and his father, Richard. His mother, Kathy, is supporting, but he won't be here tonight, but she's here. She's thinking of him. Recently welcomed his newborn son, James, who's here with them tonight. Holding the Bible will be his wife, Hannah, and his badge will be pinned on by his father, Richard. Mayor, Council President Mercado respectfully request you swear these 4 young men in as police officers for the Gloucester Township Police Department.
If you could please raise your right hand, place your left hand on the Bible and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people. I further solemnly swear that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all of my responsibilities as a police officer in the Township of Gloucester to the best of my ability, so help me God. Congratulations.
going to ask Lieutenant Gansky to assist me here. Tonight, we're going to present these officers. Again, as I said, we normally present these officers. Every Gloucester Township police officer receives their personal challenge point. It's part of the honors and traditions that we have here that has our ethos on it of compassion, courage, honesty, respect, fairness, and integrity. And each officer has their badge numbers ingrained into 2 of the coins, and I'll present them tonight. In addition, each officer will be receiving our mission statement. We give every officer upon graduation of Police Academy the mission statement so they can hang it in a prominent position so they always remember the values and our mission here at the Gloucester Township Police Department. So I'll present this at this time. Officer Swanson, congratulations. Congratulations. At this time, I'd like to call up Patrolman Tyler Canuck, badge number 327, Patrolman Thomas Canuck, badge number 331, Patrolman Ryan Andrick, badge number 324, Patrolman Michael Dilks, badge number 328, Patrolman Colby Creek, badge number 329, Patrolman Joseph Nicholson, badge number 330, and Patrolman Alyssa Morello, badge number 333. If they could all come forward with their families, please join us. We're going to spread out here. We have a big group.
We'll just give you one. We'll give you the house.
Go ahead. A little bit about these new officers. I'll start with Patrolman Tyler Canuck, badge number 327. If you didn't catch, we have, for the first time in our known history, 2 brothers being sworn in at the same time. They went to the police academy together. They have a legacy. They are both 3rd-generation police officers, and I'll explain a little bit about that as I go on. So Patrolman Tyler Canuck, badge number 327. He began his career in law enforcement as a Class 1 Special Law Enforcement Officer with the Gloucester Township Police Department in March of 2021. He was hired as a full-time police officer in January 16th of 2023, and he graduated from the Camden County College Police Academy class, basic class number 84. Patrolman Tyler Canuck is currently assigned as a patrol officer of the 3rd Platoon. His supervisor, Sergeant Frank Pace, said of him, Patrolman Tyler Canuck has shown much enthusiasm on continuing on the family tradition in law enforcement. He has embraced the teamwork and brotherhood concepts. He continues to learn and improve every shift. His dedication to the core values of the department is evident. He's joined tonight by his mother, Krista, his father, retired Gloucester Township Police Sergeant Thomas Canuck, Sr., his uncle, retired Gloucester Township Police K-9 Officer Troy Canuck, and his grandmother, Linda. Holding the Bible will be his uncle, Troy Canuck, and pinning the badge will be his father, Thomas Canuck. Now his brother, who's older than him. Patrolman Thomas Canuck, badge number 331. He began his career in law enforcement. He was an intern here for the Gloucester Township Police Department finishing on January 24th, 2022. Patrolman Tom Canuck graduated from Rowan University in May 2022 with a Bachelor of Arts in Law and Justice. He completed the internship here in Gloucester Township Police Department in 2022, and he was hired as a full-time police officer with the Gloucester Township Police Department on January 16, 2023. He graduated from the Camden County College Police Academy Basic Class number 84 on June 8th, 2023. He was also awarded the Academic Award for his class. Patrolman Thomas Canuck III is currently assigned to the 4th Patrol Platoon as a patrol officer. His supervisor, Lieutenant Anthony Massey, said of him, Patrolman Tom Canuck has shown he is self-motivated, responsible, and disciplined. He values his training and has a goal-oriented mindset. Patrolman Canuck has a high respect for his relatives who previously served in law enforcement and is proud to be part of his family's history of serving his community. He is very excited to evolve and establish himself as a Gloucester Township police officer. He's joined tonight by his mother, Krista, his father, retired Gloucester Township Police Sergeant Thomas Canuck Jr., his uncle, retired Gloucester Township Police K-9 Officer Troy Canuck, and his grandmother, Linda. As I said, they are a third-generation police family. Their grandfather was Sergeant Thomas Canuck Sr., was from the Camden Police Department, K-9 officer, one of the highest awarded officers in the history of the Camden Police Department. I've had the honor of working both with Sergeant Tom Canuck, their father, who was my partner for many, many years, and K-9 officer Troy Canuck, who was one of our first K-9 officers and established our K-9 unit here at the Gloucester Township Police Department. To say they're a little competitive with each other, I'll leave that story for another time. I'd like to introduce Patrolman Ryan Andrick, badge number 324. Very proud of Ryan, who's been here for some time. Began working his career in law enforcement as a Class 1 Special Law Enforcement Officer for the Gloucester Township Police Department from June 2016 through 2020. He also worked as a part-time telecommunicator dispatcher in 2018. He was hired with the Camden County Department of Corrections and worked there from 2020 to 2021. He returned to the Gloucester Township Police Department as a full-time dispatcher in 2021, and he served until being hired as a full-time police officer for the Gloucester Township Police Department on January 16, 2023. He graduated from the Camden County Police Academy Basic Class number 84 on June 8, 2023. He's currently assigned as a patrol officer on the 1st Platoon. His supervisor, Lieutenant Matthew Crabtree, said, Patrolman Andrick arrives at work diligently, meets expectations, and quickly absorbs information, demonstrating a strong commitment to his role. He's joined tonight by his mother, Helen, his father, Stephen, his sister, Kristen, and his girlfriend, Nikki. His badge will be pinned on by his father, Stephen, and holding the Bible will be his mother, Helen. And Ryan has been here, like I said, I've had the honor of working here with him since 2016, and he's been like the old guy with this young group to make sure they got him straight through the police academy, and I appreciate it. He's already shown us on many occasions his heart and his drive to be a good police officer, so we're very proud to have Ryan here. I'd like to introduce another well-known to us, Patrolman Michael Dilks, badge number 328. Michael began his career also as a Class 1 Special Law Enforcement Officer here at the Gloucester Township Police Department in May of 2019. He was awarded the Special Officer of the Year in 2022, which is a difficult award and a prestigious award to get. He was hired as a full-time police officer with the Gloucester Township Police Department on January 16, 2023, and also graduated from the Camden County College Police Academy Class 84 on June 8, 2023. He's currently assigned as a patrol officer on the 3rd Platoon. His supervisor, Sergeant Frank Pace, said of him, Patrolman Dilks has strived to become a Gloucester Township police officer for many years. His dedication to service is noticeable, and he continues to learn and improve every day. He has always been willing to help fellow officers. His calm demeanor and willingness to help those in need will be an asset to the community. Well said by Sergeant Pace about Officer Dilks. He's joined tonight by his mother, Kimberly, his father, Bill, his girlfriend, Taylor, his siblings, Brandon, Wiley, and Abigail, and his grandparents, Hugh, Donna, and Diane, as well as his sister-in-law, Marcia. Welcome, all of you. Holding the Bible will be his girlfriend, Taylor, and his badge will be pinned on by his mother, Kimberly. I'd like to welcome Officer Colby Creek. Colby, again, well known to us. Proud to have him. Began his career in law enforcement as a Class 1 Special Officer for the Gloucester Township Police Department in March of 2018. He received a Distinguished Unit Citation as a Special Officer for his assistance during a 13-hour standoff with a barricaded subject. He was hired as a full-time police officer with the Gloucester Township Police Department on January 16, 2023, and he's also a graduate of the Camden County College Police Academy Class 84 on June 8, 2023. He's currently assigned as a patrol officer in the 2nd Patrol Platoon. His supervisor, Lieutenant Paul Fisher, said of him, quote, Patrolman Creek has displayed good communication skills with a quiet and calm demeanor, along with a strong determination and a desire to learn. Colby is joined tonight by his mother, Lorianne, his father, David, his brother, David, and his girlfriend, Kayla. Holding the Bible will be his father, David, and pinning on the badge, his mother, Lorianne. Welcome all. So, again, Colby's well known to us as well. Proud to have these guys. I'd like to introduce Patrolman Joseph Nicholson. He began his career in law enforcement as a Class 1 Special Officer here at the Gloucester Township Police Department in April of 2022. And I've had the pleasure of knowing Joey and his family for many years. They live next door to my parents, where that's where I knew of the character of this family and of Joseph and his brother Bobby, who's also a Class 1 Special Officer for us. So Joey earned his associate's degree in criminal justice from the Camden County College in May of 2022. As a special officer, he was awarded a Distinguished Unit Citation for his assistance during a 13-hour standoff with a barricaded subject. He was hired as a full-time police officer on January 16, 2023, and graduated from the Camden County College Police Academy Basic Class number 84 on June 8, 2023. He's currently assigned as a patrol officer on the 2nd Platoon. His supervisor, Lieutenant Fisher, said of him, from the day he began on the platoon and throughout his field training, Patrolman Nicholson has shown a great passion for becoming a police officer. He has an extraordinary eagerness to learn and is quickly grasping the concepts of the job and showing high promise for a successful career. He's joined tonight by his father, Robert, his mother, Gina. Holding the Bible will be his mother, Gina. Pinning on the badge will be his father, Robert. And I see his brother, Bobby, also here, and his sister's also present. Next. Officer Alyssa Morello. Proud to have her here. Again, another Class 1 Special Officer that worked here with the Gloucester Township Police Department. She also served with the Rowan University Police Department from August 19th to April 2020. He was hired as a Class 1 Special Officer of the Gloucester Township Police Department on September 2021. She was hired as a full-time officer here on April 10th, 2023. She had started her police academy career as a Stratford police officer, and we were proud to snatch her from Stratford. She's been very well known to us here, and it was a good hire for us. She also graduated from the Camden County Police Academy Basic Class number 84 on June 8, 2023. And I'll just add this, that's a difficult thing to transition from one organization to another, especially while trying to accomplish all that she needed to accomplish in the police academy. And she did it seamlessly. She fit right into this group that was here, and which we are very proud to have her here with us at the Gloucester Township Police Department. She'll be a great addition. Officer Morello is currently assigned to the 4th Patrol Platoon, serves as a patrol officer. Her supervisor, Lieutenant Anthony Massey, said of her, Officer Morello has shown an eagerness to learn and a willingness to put forth a strong effort. She has been passionate, positive, and enthusiastic. She has been dedicated to her training and has a strong desire to improve daily. She is proud to be part of a family of law enforcement officers and is excited to establish herself as a Gloucester Township Police officer. Officer Morello is also a second generation police officer. He's joined tonight by my friend, Chief Ron Morello, retired from the Stratford Police Department. She's also joined tonight by her mother, Lorraine, her father, her mother, Lorraine, her brother, Ronnie, who is a Stratford police officer, and her sister, Brittany. So holding the Bible will be her mother, Lorraine, and pinning the badge will be your brother, Ronnie. So welcome. Oh, I don't know. You guys switch that up. So without further ado, for these 7 new officers, Mayor, Council President Mercado, I respectfully request you swear these men and women as police officers of the Gloucester Township Police Department.
Boy, Chief, you're really working me tonight, you know that. If you could please raise your right hand, place your left hand on the Bible, and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear to support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people. I further solemnly swear that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all of my responsibilities as a police officer in the Township of Gloucester to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations to all of you. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Oh, this is 6 a.m. For day out of council. Trying to go on.
This concludes our promotion and swearing in ceremony. I want to thank council. I want to thank President Mercado and Mayor, and all of you for hanging with us through here, especially those residents that are here for the council meeting. I appreciate you taking the time. I apologize for having go so long. I want to welcome again everyone here. This is really, truly a great occasion for all of us, and we look forward to having great careers here with the Gloucester Township Police family and serving this great community of Gloucester Township. So welcome. Thank you, sir.
We'll take a 15-minute recess.
If I can have all the officers promoted and new officers to come forward for a photo. Sergeant Messick, Lieutenant Peach, Lieutenant Crabtree, please come forward.
I'll see you online.
All right, ready, guys, here.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's why I was kind of thinking like when I She has a couple of comments. Did you enjoy this? Are you like itching to get the meeting started? So you can, or itching to get the meeting started? So you can. I'm told. An hour. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you. I know. How you doing, Tom? Doing good. I know my six.
Let's stop something today.
Mom would be so proud. Sorry, I'm trying to find. So forward. Person you want a minute? No. She's like, no. I'll show it to you. It doesn't. I got one of the where I got kicked out of the
That's great.
Where'd it go?
Madam Clerk, may I have the roll call, please?
Mr. Hutchison. Ms. Grace. Here. Mrs. Albrecht Troxel. Here. Mrs. Walters. Here. Mrs. Winters. Here. Mr. Young.
Here.
Mr. Mercado.
Present.
Mr. Carlemere. Here. Mr. Curtis.
Here.
Mr. Parkins. Mr. McGill.
We'll now have the first public portion. This is for agenda items only. Anyone addressing council may speak one time. Once all those wishing to address council have had their turns, they may address council a second time. Only been asked what was said earlier, not repeating earlier statements. Each speaker is entitled to 3 minutes, and there'll be 15 minutes total for the first public portion. Anyone wishing to speak, please raise your hand. Ms. Smith. Thank you. If you push the button up, and it'll be red, and then it'll turn green. There you go.
You should wash your hands, that COVID is still active, correct?
It was announced last week that COVID is still active, correct?
Yes.
Yes, I think it's been active. But yes.
Is there hand sanitizer available for the person that adjusted the microphone?
Right here. Thank you.
They should.
Here, you want it?
It has nothing to do with me. It's just I thought it was very kind that Miss Grace had announced that it was still active, so people should take their precautions. There was just a large ceremony in here. Good day. Today's still September 11th.
Yes,
It's not a national holiday. We still have agenda items and ceremonies being performed today.
that's correct. Is this an agenda item?
R2309232. Why was one of them out of state, out of the state of New Jersey? This is New Jersey, correct?
The refund for taxes?
That had 4 refunds on it?
Yes. So which one are you looking at?
There was one that was,
The one in Texas?
there was one that was not in the state of New Jersey. May I ask why?
They own a business and they own a property here and they overpaid.
Oh, that's where it was sent to.
Actually, it's a disabled vet qualification. They qualify for disabled vet, and they have a mortgage company outside the state, which is CoreLogic.
So you can be out of state and having a business in the state of New Jersey?
No. These are homes. This is a home owned at 30 Rice's Court, and they qualify for a veterans.
What state?
They're a disabled vet.
They're in Texas, Ms. Smith, and this mortgage company. This is for 30 Bryce's Court. There was an overpayment.
What, please tell me what state.
Texas.
But this is the state of New Jersey, Gloucester
The
Township.
mortgage company is in Texas.
So you're permitted to do that. You're permitted to be located we're refunding taxes out of the state of New Jersey?
Tom, can you
If
explain?
you folks, please, if there is an overpayment of your mortgage, there is a refund that's being issued regardless of where you reside. Okay, that overtime or overpayment is refunded back. Because in this case, the mortgage company most likely is paying the taxes out of the mortgage payment that that individual makes. So there is an overpayment that's being refunded. And it's okay if they're out of state. That company is located in Texas.
Well, no, thank you for informing me of that. I've never owned a home ever. So I appreciate the answer. Thank
Not a
you.
problem.
R2309235 and 2309239. It seems that there was 2 separate requests for the same section, like for the same area for a recreational center, a field of some type for Ariel.
239, Erie Little League Baseball cages.
Yeah, they're very far apart.
235. What happened is, first, there is money that we received from the county, $25,000 to go towards the Erie Little League complex. The second part, 239, is that it's rejecting bids that came in. The responses to the bids were not complete. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So now we're gonna go out to bid again.
Well, I did notice it would have mechanical devices for the R2309239. It would be some type of batting cage.
It's for batting cages for the Little
That's
League.
mechanical, correct? Like,
No, it is fencing, enclosed a little bit, and you can pitch with a pitching machine and people.
as a
can ball.
machine.
But this is not for the machine, this is for the actual cage.
Oh, it's not for the equipment that goes inside? My question was if the bid and the funding that is going forward, if it would be made available to the general public.
The cage, no, it would be dedicated to Erie Little League Baseball.
Oh, so it's not available for like general public, it's not for public use.
Well, those that participate in that league can play and use it, other leagues possibly. But your time is up, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Councilman.
Is there anyone else? Anyone, Ms. Smith, and do you have additional questions? We'll close the first public portion. Waive the reading and accept the minutes of the workshop August 14th, 2023, and the regular meeting August 14th, 2023, and August 28th, 2023. May I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second. On the question, roll call, please.
Mr. Hutchison?
Yes.
Ms. Grace?
Abstain from August 14th workshop and meeting, yes, sure.
Mrs. Albright Troxel? Yes. Mrs. Walters?
Yes.
Mrs. Winters?
Yes.
Mr. Minio?
Yes.
Mr. Mercado?
Yes, bid report, Cherrywood Phase 2. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second. On the question, roll call, please.
Mr. Hutchison?
Yes.
Ms. Grace?
Yes.
Mrs. Albright Troxel? Yes. Mrs. Walters?
Yes.
Mrs. Winters?
Yes.
Mr. Minio?
Yes.
Mr. Mercado?
Yes. Next is our consent agenda. Any council member that would like any item removed, please speak up. Hearing none, I entertain a motion to accept the consent agenda as presented.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. On the question, roll call, please.
Mr. Hutchison?
Yes.
Ms. Grace?
Yes.
Mrs. Albright Troxel? Yes. Mrs. Walters?
Yes.
Mrs. Winters?
Yes.
Mr. Minio?
Yes.
Mr. Mercado?
Yes. Next is our regular agenda, Resolution 2309-242. May I have a motion, please?
So moved. Second.
On the question, roll call, please.
Mr. Hutchison?
Yes.
Ms. Grace?
Yes.
Mrs. Albright Troxel? Yes. Mrs. Walters?
Yes.
Mrs. Winters?
Yes.
Mr. Minio?
Yes.
Mr. Mercado?
Yes. Next is Resolution 2309-243. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
I'll second.
On the question, roll call, please.
Mr. Hutchison?
Yes.
Ms. Grace?
Yes.
Mrs. Albright Troxel? Yes. Mrs. Walters?
Yes.
Mrs. Winters?
Yes.
Mr. Minio?
Yes.
Mr. Mercado?
Yes. Next, we have our GTE Gov access emails.
You got my,
I don't have, I'll start with the first one. Our first eGov email is from Terry Fretz at 85 Cherry Circle. I saw comments on social media about the purchase of the bank in Blackwood and the renovation to turn into an art center. How much was spent to purchase the building and how much will the renovation cost? Is there an approximate date that is expected to become available for use? Thank you for any information that you can supply. We do not have all the responses yet for Ms. Fretz. We will reach out to her and then I'll also read it again at our next meeting. Our next question is from Ira Eckstein from 1 Cedar Creek Drive, Laurel Springs, New Jersey. In the Blackwood West redevelopment area of the township, there's a man-made mound of dirt that's 120 feet long, 60 feet wide, and 62 feet high next to a neighborhood. It can be seen partially at the intersection of Church Street and at the Black Horse Pike. If someone wants to construct a building in the township, there's an ordinance limiting the building heights at 35 feet. This is a man-made mountain that has been upsetting to owners in the neighborhood next to it. Is the council aware of this? And if not, why not? Is this mountain going to stay there or is the council going to have it removed? So Mr. McGill provided us a response of council is aware of this. This is part of the project that's taking place. Actually, it's not Southwood, that's the old name. What's the name? It's still Southwood? Okay, I thought they changed it. Okay. And that is, they excavated that dirt there. That could serve as fill going forward. But that is out of that basin as well, Mr. McGill?
Some of that, yeah,
Some of that.
move along the phases, so they're continuing to use it.
Okay, and so that was the response from the developer as well regarding that mound. Typically, Mr. How long does that, well, they got a ways to go on the project. Is there a way to alleviate or bring down the height of that
Again, they have to comply with the typical standards, they have to slope it at a certain rate, so as long as it's meeting that, it's not eroding, which we did check in again with them today, then there's no real limitation to a degree. Most of it's moving, because they're gonna move from one site to another, so it's kind of a moving target, it's not really a sitting pile. So they're staging their work and they're moving it back.
Mr. Karsh, you aware if neighbors have contacted the mayor's office regarding this?
I am not, I do not.
Mr. Eckstein, if you know of those neighbors, you forward that information to us so we can contact them and reach out to them. Thank you very much, I appreciate it. Last question is from Dina Hendry of 89 Lamp Post Lane. Good evening. I hope this ego finds you well. I'm writing to express my deep displeasure regarding the treatment that some have been receiving from our elected officials and those who are employed by Gloucester Township who are paid through taxpayer dollars. I typically attend meetings in person when they do not fall on a school board meeting night. Usually when I get home, I share the bits and pieces with my husband. But this last meeting, he watched the meeting at home with me. The two meetings that he has witnessed, in my opinion, has not been a great representation of the people that are the sworn impartial leaders of this township. What made this even worse is that 2 out of my 3 boys also watched the meeting with us, and to have to answer questions of why are they being mean to that lady asking the question is embarrassing. To have my boys who are 11 and 10 witness unprofessionalism and gaslighting is something that should not take place. It is unbelievable how residents who are active participants in the growth of our community are treated. It should not matter if there's 1 person in attendance or 100, or if they sit in the front of the room, in the back of the room, or the comforts of their own home. The people who faithfully show up to meetings show up for many reasons, but the most important reason is that we are within our rights to address our government along bringing certain pressing matters to your attention. While we understand the complexities and challenges of public governance, it is disheartening to witness a lack of transparent communication and empathy towards the very people who have entrusted you with their voices and aspirations. Our township is made up of diverse individuals, each with their unique needs and concerns, and it is crucial that our elected representatives remain impartial to these differences. We have noticed instances where decisions seem to be made without thorough consultation or consideration of public opinion. The essence of a democratic society lies in engaging with its citizens, incorporating their feedback, and working together to achieve common goals. However, recent events have left us feeling unheard and excluded from matters that directly affect us. Furthermore, we have observed a decline in the overall quality of services provided by the township. Basic amenities such as road maintenance, waste disposal, and community programs seem to have suffered, which in turn impacts our quality of life. But yet taxes keep going up every non-election year. It is our hope that the priorities of our elected officials align with the well-being of the people they serve, and that steps will be taken to improve the current state of affairs. We strongly believe that a transparent and open dialogue between the elected officials and the citizens can help bridge the existing gap and lead to a more harmonious community. Perhaps open town hall meetings, feedback mechanisms, and increased accountability will go a long way to rebuilding the trust that seems to have been eroded. The intention of this ego submission is to bring these concerns to your attention, not to criticize for the sake of criticism, but rather to foster a more inclusive and collaborative environment for the betterment of our township. For the sake of our future citizens of the township, I truly wish for positive change and believe that our elected officials have the best interests of the community at heart, not of those who have paid to play. I don't have a response for that. We'll now open up the second public portion. Anyone wishing to speak, please raise your hand. These speakers are entitled to 5 minutes. There's 30 minutes total for the second public portion. And each speaker is entitled to speaking twice. Mr. Polidoro.
Good evening, Council. Ray Polidoro from the Historic Village of Ariel.
Good evening.
Wonderful to see you this evening.
That's great. So before tonight's meeting, you guys had a meeting as a representative of redevelopment entity, is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
And you are still the council body while conducting that meeting, is that correct also?
Yes.
Is there any reason why that meeting is not broadcast the same as the council meeting?
It's a redevelopment entity meeting. It's just to receive applications of individuals that want to do some redevelopment in a redevelopment zone. The way that organization and statutes are set up for redevelopment require them to appear before a redevelopment entity. Does not necessarily have to be members of council. It can be anyone that they nominate or appoint as a redevelopment entity. Does not require public advertising. All they're doing is saying your application is either appropriate. In the case of today, they require some ordinance changes. So has to go to the planning board for their recommendations. It's just an administrative review. When it comes back, if there's a recommendation to themselves as council members, then that becomes public, and then that's not the public portion.
Would it be a stress to call it a working meeting?
It's like a working meeting. Some towns have private entities as a redevelopment entity. A lot of towns have their council members serve in that capacity.
But isn't it also this body that assigned you guys of that position by labeling our whole township basically in need of rehabilitation? By default, that creates you as that, no?
So they by statute established themselves to serve as the redevelopment entity.
So will our township ever rise above our whole town being in need of rehabilitation? Because that really does sound terrible. Our whole town is in need of rehabilitation. At some point, and this was what, back in the 80s? Is it time maybe to step up? And I mean, you try to make the town shine. We have AstroTurf fields, we've got pickleball, we've got hockey rinks, and to still say that our whole town is in need of rehabilitation doesn't seem to exemplify what you guys are trying to do and the administration's trying to do by, you're spending money buying things that is making the town shine, and yet you still label it all in need of rehabilitation. Kind of doesn't sound the same as what you're exemplifying, especially, and I don't mean to make this as a dig, but it was referred to as premium services, and yet we're still in need of rehabilitation townwide.
There is a difference between a redevelopment zone and a rehabilitation.
Right.
This what we're talking about tonight is a redevelopment zone.
No, I'm aware of that, but like I said, the town is still labeled, as Mr. What was his name? Lechner used to say, nothing's changed. He kept on going back to that thing in the 80s and what have you. Maybe reconsider that because it makes our town sound like it's a wreck. It's in need of rehabilitation. Just doesn't sound good. Let me move on to my next point. And I'm wondering maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea for true transparency if maybe some of the meetings involve our full council and full body could be televised or on the live stream. It's not a bad idea. Somebody had asked if you could put the signage up announcing the meetings throughout the township, council meetings, zoning, and what have you. And it looks like you got halfway there. I believe the question was asked, putting that up on the electronic sign, telling people where the meetings were. So now the sign is up there indicating that the meetings are, but you can go to the website to get it. Could we get that tweaked to put the dates and times, second and fourth, and various things that give you the knowledge? Why come here, see that we have council meetings and zoning meetings, and then refer them and have to go online when it's already there, basically?
So I saw where it said zoning and planning board second and fourth. No, it said check the schedule,
Check
calendar. Sometimes those things change as far as the days that they would be canceled. So to get updated,
We do.
put that there. But the council meeting 2 weeks ago, that was posted on there. Did you sit outside and watch to see if the council meeting was on there?
I don't believe I was here 2 weeks ago.
No, but today.
It just, all I saw was with the flash that came up, go to the
So you saw the
website. And
planning-
before, so I don't have to get back up.
Oh, I'm responding to you.
Go ahead.
Did you see the planning and zoning one? Is that the one you saw?
I believe that was it, yes.
All right, we'll double check on that.
Okay, and you read a nice eGov question that was regarding a better representation of government and greater transparency.
Ray,
And
I'm
you
sorry.
chose not to answer it.
Ray?
You
back
exemplified
up?
exactly what it was she asked
Okay.
and what she stated. Thank you.
Thank you.
And by the way, congratulations on our township getting some more fine officers. It was a proud night for Gloucester Township.
Ray, thank you
Thank you.
for commenting and giving us compliments on the shine.
Okay. Ms. Goins?
Denise Coyne, Cheese Landing. As far as the township being an area in need of rehabilitation, I believe that there's criteria that are set that determines whether an area is in need of rehabilitation. And that designation was made in the 80s, and we've had several conversations about this recently. And I believe the last time I brought it up, you said it might be time to take a look at that again. And I'm wondering if you've given any more consideration to that, and if maybe that's something that we could have a workshop meeting on and discuss, because it does seem like maybe the township no longer would meet that criteria.
We haven't had any discussions as a body since that has been brought up, and I do recall when you mentioned that, and I said that's something that we can discuss. You know, that when we have a township listed as in need of rehabilitation, that allowed us to have certain tools that we can use to bring in businesses into our areas, but that's always a discussion piece that we can talk about.
Can we have that at a workshop meeting?
Okay, I'll try to schedule that and have that discussion. We'll have our planner sit with us as well, Mr. Carlemere.
Okay. And at the last meeting,
Yes.
Does that help us get grant money?
Well, in the area near rehabilitation, what it does is allows us to use pilot payment in lieu of taxes,
Yes.
tax abatements,
Okay.
5-year tax abatements, not 30, 5-year tax abatements.
at the last meeting, Mr. Carter said that he was going to get a more solid answer regarding the home funds and the CBG funds and what accounts those are held in and what happens if the money is refunded.
And I have some information on that. So the home monies and the CDBG money, when that is brought back to the township because of the transfer of property, they had a mortgage because of the rehabilitation that was done on that particular property, home. That money goes into a fund, a trust fund, and it is used to do further rehabs. But on the MPP, that does not go back into that fund. So it's one fund that both CDBG monies that come back in based on a closing, and also the home money comes back into that same fund.
And how is that fund identified in the budget documents, or is it?
It's a trust fund, from my understanding.
But there's a lot of trust funds.
Correct, but it's a trust fund.
But is there a name for that particular trust fund?
I don't have that right here now.
Can you get that for me?
I can get that for you.
All right, and somebody at home asked me to ask if you could tell me how much the boiler is that's going into Public Works. Not how much we're paying Remington and Vernick to say where it goes, but how much the actual boiler is.
Yeah, that figure.
I would be guessing, but it's north of $400,000.
Can you give us a complete answer?
Okay, thank you.
Before we bring our next speaker, Ms. Hendry had another 3 sentences in her email. There's a second page, so I'm going to finish that part. So I kindly request that you consider grievances seriously and take steps to address them in a timely manner. It is through unity and collective effort that we can transform Gloucester Township into a place we're all proud to call home. Thank you for taking time to read this letter. I eagerly await your response and hope to see a positive shift in our interactions with the Township Council going forward. I apologize about that, Ms. Hendry. I didn't see it was a 2-pager. Does anyone else like to speak? Ms. Smithman?
Hello, good evening, council.
Good evening.
My name is Shaughnessy Smithman. I live in the SDK Millbridge Gardens apartment complex in Clementon, New Jersey. I did not say my name or where I reside when I had spoken for the consent agenda earlier. I apologize.
That's fine.
Now this is the second public speaking portion, so I'm allowed to speak. I had asked, well, first, congratulations to the chief of police. May I say that?
Yes.
That was a nice ceremony and on a good day, on a day of remembering the things that happened. Such a tragic day to have new things going on is hopeful. I had asked the chief last meeting 2 weeks ago if he knew anything about the police report that I had filed. He said that he would look into it. I don't have a cell phone. My cellular phone has not had service since February 16th, 2022. It only calls 911, so it would only call the police. So I came to this police department in Gloucester Township, New Jersey, but I understand it was formerly the Blackwood Police Department and Municipal Building, to report possible fraud. In this time, since I filled out this police report, on my Medicare, there's also testing for some type of COVID that I did not order. I'm having trouble receiving healthcare all around because my identity seems to be mixed up somehow. I'm told that there was upwards of 3 different things that were placed on my health insurance. The chief said he would get back to me. I did not receive a phone call that I was aware of. May I ask President Mercado, could you please ask the chief of police if he looked into, because I was not permitted to speak to the detective other than in the private area, and he said, I was only able to speak in the watch desk area. I was not permitted to have a private consultation with a detective or a police officer on this matter.
Ms. Smith, I would suggest that you have a private conversation with the chief after the meeting.
I would prefer not to. This is a city council meeting. This is where I had the question. I would like an official answer.
Council President, I am
Yes.
not authorized to speak publicly. I will be glad to speak to Ms. Smithman privately.
In the police department.
Wherever you'd like, ma'am, I can speak to you back here at the end of the council meeting.
No, I have tried to bring up different questions that I had.
Ma'am, I'm not going to discuss a criminal investigation in a public forum. That is not going to
There
happen.
was no criminal
You did speak
investigation.
to the detectives. You did speak with them at length in a full investigation. I'll be glad to explain it to you
I did not.
after the meeting.
I did not have a conversation. I had a brief conversation where they said that one officer said, or
Ma'am, you can contact
When
internal
did-
affairs or I can discuss it after. I'm not having this conversation.
there was no conversation that was had. Nothing was looked into.
Ms. Smithman?
My name is Shaughnessy Smithman.
You know who you are. I know all the information. I have your reports right here.
Why wasn't I contacted? I mean, thank you. Thank you very much for carrying the burden of the paperwork on me on your person on such a big day. I appreciate that very much.
Ms. Smith?
Why wasn't I given the
Tom, stop
information?
clock. Yep, Ms. Smithman, this is a conversation you should have in private with the chief.
That's what I was requesting. They told me no.
He
I
had-
just told you yes.
Ms. Smithman, do you have anything else to add?
Not a sidebar conversation. I would like to have an official police conversation.
Ms. Smithman, he had indicated to the chief that he will speak to you.
May I ask why he
Miss-
has my personal information
Ms.
on it?
Smithman?
Why does he have,
Ms. Smithman, I'm gonna have to ask you to take a seat if you're not gonna comply.
comply, what is the compliance?
The chief has said he will speak to you. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I would not like to speak to police in private
Okay.
at night after a meeting. I would like to have an official conversation. Is that unreasonable? How?
We don't discuss criminal matters in public forum. Police chief is advised you, council president Mercado is trying to tell you nicely that it's not gonna take place tonight. You just don't want to receive that answer.
I was not asking for it to take place, and I'm asking, why was I not contacted at my SDK Millbridge Gardens apartment complex?
That
I left my phone number, they know my address, because it was given in the police report.
Ms. Chauncey, we're here to listen to whatever you want to talk about, but we are not going to engage in discussions revolving around a police matter. Okay, that's not the proper place.
Well, if it's not the proper place, why does he have my information on him? Why does Chief Harkins have my information on his person?
Ms.
Can
Smithman,
the chief answer that?
Ms. Smithman, the chief has responded to you. Is there anything else you'd like to add for your last 42 seconds?
I would like to know why the chief of police has information on me, Shaughnessy Smithman, with him at a meeting that was dedicated to a ceremony for having new police officers here. Why does he have my information on him here and not in the precinct?
Ms. Smithman, I cannot answer that.
Okay, can you have the chief of police answer that?
Ms. Smithman, you're cutting me off. We're not going to discuss this. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Can I have the chief answer that question, why he has my information with him tonight?
I had asked you to have a private conversation with the chief. You
Not a private conversation, on the
Thank you.
clock.
Your time is up. Thank you.
It was not up, there was still 2 seconds left.
Okay. Ms. Smithman, can you please take a seat? For those, my job is to manage the council meeting. We have rules that we set. We have a rules of order that are located on that bulletin board. And I ask people to comply with that. I don't want to gavel anyone. I don't want people chiming in or having to tell people to stop. Please adhere to the rules that we have established here in council chambers, and that's for everyone. Ms. Hendricks.
Good evening, Dina Hendry, Summerdale. It's a bit disheartening that one takes time to, in my opinion, of course, my opinion because I'm the one who wrote it, a well-written, thought-out email and addressing the council as I am a resident taxpayer and voter. And having 3 boys or children, doesn't matter if they're boys or girls, you want to try to show them that where you decided for them to call home is a really great place to call home, that you made this decision for them. And yes, we don't talk about adult things in front of them because they're kids. They're 11, 10, and 10. And yes, my husband and I watched the council meeting last week because I was attending a school board meeting. Can't be at 2 places at once. Haven't even mastered that with 3 kids. So when I'm watching the meeting and my husband, who doesn't attend because somebody has to take care of those hoodlums, witnesses the ongoings of what I see. And I don't tell him everything, right? Because who wants to tell them the bad about their day? It sucks when you put real thought in an email and all you got was no comment. For a brief second, if I would have taken it personally, I would have been like, dude, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That there is no care and no thought process. I'm trying to teach my children that this is a really awesome place to call home. And when you're an adult, the people who represent you truly have their best interests in heart. And having that feedback from our council president seriously was a kick in the nuts. And it's disgusting. It really is. I would love transparency. I thrive on policy. And I also really love calling this place home. But having that and having the reaction that happened wasn't good. I thank you for your time.
Ms. Hendry, can I respond to that?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
this was a statement. It wasn't a question. It was a statement. And if I, let me respond.
I'm listening.
So a statement. So in my opinion, and this was all opinion in your statement here, we have a decline in the overall quality of services in our town. I disagree. You made a commitment to purchase a home here a year ago, 89 lampposts, correct?
Almost 2 years come November.
Almost 2 years. Well, fine family who was involved in community activities throughout this township, okay? Great family that lived there. You chose to live here and plant roots here, okay? So in those 2 years, our services have declined. That's a question. Have they declined?
That's my opinion, but
Okay,
go ahead.
So they've declined. Okay. That our elected officials have the best interest of community at heart, not those who are paid to play. Could you expand upon that? See, I didn't want to get into back and forth because this different comments that you have here is littered with some sarcasm. You have friends that maybe don't like my friends or don't like the people that are on here. And it was more of a statement here. There wasn't a question. So I wasn't going to comment on that. If someone else wanted to comment on your ego, they could comment on that.
Understood. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else? Ms. Smithman? Again, a reminder, only if it adds to what was not previously said.
You said that there's different rules and regulations. When I read the proper behavior for these meetings, it had read also that if you wanted to speak to anyone on council, you ask the president.
That's correct.
President Mercado, may I ask why I'm not permitted to speak to the chief of police at this meeting?
Ms. Smithman, this is not adding to, this is, you previously asked this question in the last 5 minutes. Ms. Smithman, do you have another topic that you'd like to discuss?
But the question was not answered.
Ms. Smithman, do you have another topic that you would like to discuss?
Well, if that's the topic, is the procedures.
Ms. Smithman, I'm going to say it one last time, then I'm going to ask you to take a seat because you're repeating the same thing you had in your first 5 minutes.
No, I'm asking about the procedure. You said that I broke procedure and that it's.
I didn't say you broke procedure.
You were
Do
suggesting
you have
it.
anything else that you would like to add that's different than what you said in your first 5 minutes?
You were suggesting it.
I'm trying to be as patient as I can with you, Ms. Smithman.
I also. With you, President Mercado.
So let's have some middle ground here, okay? What do you have?
All right, I have case number 2327404 with the Gloucester Township Police Department. I made a case for possible fraud. There was a deposit of $91,652 by a computer glitch. Took that money from the Social Security Disability Insurance from the Social Security Administration. But according to South Jersey Behavioral Health Resources, when they gave me the letter from the Social Security Administration, the amount that they have on record was a gross amount of $117,618. I think that's a different kind of crime, correct? Now, keep in mind that I'm battling both home and field here. The home I grew up in, and here the field of life. It would be helpful if you could help identify this as a different kind of crime, because there's a lot of people that are related to me that do the same crime only on a much larger scale. If they're correct, just tell the citizens in your community that you're allowed to do that. Because being over $100,000, they said the net deposit was $111,992. That's according to the Social Security Administration for my Social Security number. But South Jersey Behavioral Health Resources has an account with a different amount on it. How can I move forward when this cannot be corrected and I can't speak to the police department? And can't go to the police department and fill out a request. I mean, I'm sorry. Let me try to be as official as possible here, because I I was 15 when I was pregnant. I went to work. I worked really hard. There's not much left when it comes to properly pronouncing things. Spelling can be sketchy. I made a voluntary statement. I filled out this report. The bottom, it says here, they signed it as a choose landing, which I don't understand because it is an official Gloucester Township Police Department voluntary statement. Isn't that a higher crime? When it's over $100,000, I think over $10,000, it's a crime of its own. It becomes a felony, correct? That's why somebody that is trying to ask the Township of Gloucester Township, New Jersey, to assist somebody that's been living in this community since February 2015. The SDK Millbridge Gardens apartment complex has the move-in day 5 years prior to, more than 5 years prior than February 2015. I'm trying to ask a question of Gloucester Township. If you could please ask why the chief of police, his department told me that they don't see anything wrong. Why does he have my information with him?
Ms. Smithman, the chief offered to speak to you later on. I asked you to have that conversation with the chief after the meeting. This is a personal matter.
No. Don't mean to cut you off. I just don't want there to be any confusion with the recording of this
So,
meeting.
Ms. Smithman, again, this is public comment. There doesn't have to be a back and forth, so I'm just gonna let you continue until your time is up. I'm not gonna respond. I've tried to provide answers for you. I tried to put you in a direction. The chief has tried to speak to you about this matter.
After 9 p.m. at night, you want to put one of your citizens out in a private conversation somewhere with somebody that is suggesting that there's nothing on that police report that has dues and as entitled to an investigation, yet he
Ms.
carries my
Smithman.
information with him?
Thank you for your time, Ms. Smithman. Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to speak?
You're welcome.
We have a closed second public portion. Polling of directors.
Mr. Carlemere?
Nothing to report.
Mr. Curtis?
Nothing to report.
Chief Harkins?
Just want to thank council and everyone for the support tonight. I know it was a long ceremony with a lot, but I appreciate the time that it took, and I appreciate all the support that you give to the police department on a daily basis. Thank you.
Mr. McGill?
Nothing to add, thank you.
Mr. Hutchinson?
It was a wonderful ceremony this evening, first class police department. Thank you very much for coming, understanding everybody.
Ms. Grace?
Chief Harkins, thank you for such a fantastic presentation and ceremony for our officers of Gloucester Township. I'm very proud to be a part of the township, of leaders in the police department. And also for the officers that have lost their lives at 9/11, we thank them for their service. We also had an emergency with senior housing over the weekend. I'll let President Mercado and Vice President speak upon those issues. But I just want to say that Gloucester Township does very well for the seniors here and responded very well. And from my observation, the seniors are happy and they are met with a lot of response immediately through their crisis, their emergency over the weekend. So I just want to thank everyone, the police department, fire department, senior housing management, Cindy Collier, Cindy, I'm gonna say the last name right, and also Adrian Cutter, and all of them who work so diligently hard and volunteer their time to help the seniors and make sure that they are safe in their residence. So thank you. And everyone have a good night, and also continue to stay safe and get your boosters.
Mrs. Albright Troxel?
Yes, I'd too like to thank Chief. You've done a great job ever since I've known you. From an officer to up to chief, you always made me proud that I lived in a town that I could be safe and felt comfortable here. I'm going to thank you very much, and thank you for hiring new officers. I think that's a great idea, and it was nice to see young people. They're our future, and I told them to remember this face in case. Also, Mr. Palladoro, I was really surprised when you said that you're making, that the town is shining. I was very happy to hear that, and I want to thank you so much for saying that. You even mentioned pickleball. So I was thrilled about that, and thank you so much. As far as somebody saying kicking in the nuts, I thought that was a little inappropriate. I don't even think it was a man that said it, so I was really confused. Sorry about that, but I was confused. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming, and it was very nice to have so many police officers and their families, as small as 2 weeks old here. I thought that was just absolutely wonderful, and thank you all for coming.
Mrs. Walters?
Hi, I just wanted to say how nice everything was tonight, in addition to this morning, the ceremony down at Shoes Landing Firehouse with the 911 remembrance. So it was very nice, especially since I've had family members, firefighters and police they lost their lives that day. So I want to thank you for sharing that this morning, recognizing the men and women that were promoted and new officers. It's very nice to see how the young still want to continue to go out there and be officers, considering what can happen nowadays. So I appreciate all that. Thank you. And thank you everybody for coming.
Mrs. Winters?
It was nice on a somber occasion to have a nice event, to create new memories on a sad day. Chief, thank you for all that you do. Congratulations to all those officers, and thank you to all the officers that are here tonight and all our GTPD. Thank them every day for what they do and keep them in my prayers. Thank everyone for coming out and have a great night.
Mr. Mignon?
Once again, congratulations, Chief, and all the officers that were sworn in tonight and the ones that got some promotions. Shoes Landing Fire this morning, they always do a wonderful ceremony on such a somber day. And they make sure that the township and residents and the community do not forget. And I love attending that because I too do not want to forget that heinous day. That's the best I can say for right now. And then, as what Councilwoman Grace was saying yesterday, there was an incident that had happened at senior campus. Lightning had struck the roof on Saturday night and fried the emergency call button to send out 911 if there was a fire, the emergency pull stations. And then once all the pertinent folks were notified, the leadership of this town got together to make sure that the community and the seniors over there were safe. To this moment right now, they have 24/7 coverage over there, making sure the seniors are safe, knowing how to dial 911. They have the police and the fire are patrolling every 15 minutes up and down all the floors to make sure that the community is safe and to make sure there's no catastrophic event. But I did talk to the seniors yesterday, telling them to be vigilant, make sure they follow the rules. No smoking, obviously not allowed to smoke anyway, but to make sure this is really a pressing issue, they do not smoke because it could be detrimental to that whole building without a emergency call button. But kudos to everybody, to Cindy Carlomero, Adrian, Carolyn was there, I went there, emergency officer Swack was there, Mr. Schweigel from the fire marshal from Shoes, the chief of Shoes Landing, Anthony Dimitri was there, and Dave was there, Carlomero. It was wonderful to see everybody get together to make sure that our senior citizens are safe in this township. Thank you, have a great night and a great week.
Mr. Mercado?
I just want to thank Vice President Mignon and Councilwoman Grace. When I received that phone call yesterday, I was on my way down to a family birthday party. And both Mr. Mignon and Ms. Grace, volunteered to go down there and speak to our residents and provide a calming presence along with every other official that was there. So I want to thank you very much for taking up your Sunday to go down there. Appreciate it. Also want to thank you, the Shoes Fire Department, as Michael had spoken about earlier. They have done this many years. And there's a piece of a steel beam that the former Chief Weiser, who lived at 89 Post Lane, brought from New York City. And that sits affixed on the grounds in front of the Shoes Fire Department. Is a wonderful event that's a collaboration between the police department, the fire department, and again, it's a somber day, but it's nice to see us get together. If you remember that time and the days that happened afterwards, regardless of how you looked or who your friends were, I think as a country, we were together. Congratulations to all the officers that were sworn in today and those that were promoted. Great job, Chief. And again, it's a reflection upon you, your department.
Thanks, sir.
I definitely don't see a decline in services there. And lastly, next council meeting, we're celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month here. So that'll probably take the first hour of our council meeting. I welcome all of you to come. So with that, I entertain a motion to adjourn. Is there a second? Second? There first? No second? All those in favor? Have a great evening, everyone.
Thank you.
I know you would.